back at it again. I'm on the Ducati Streetfighter V4. And I really wanted to do a breakdown of all the mods I've done on this bike. Because it's not stock anymore, it's far from it. I think I went through I kind of like talked through it a little bit before. But on this episode or video, I want to kind of go a little bit more in depth on all the things I've done to it. So obviously this started out life as a bone stock 2021 Streetfighter V4 base model, non-S. And I've owned it for about a year now. Oh, and I also want to mention everything I got for this bike. Well, there's a few things I didn't, but most of the things I got from this bike was from Motovlog, and shipping was really fast. So if you're in Florida, you get it like the same day. Certain parts are like same day shipping. It's insane. But anyway, so yeah, I got almost all the parts I got were from Motovlog. The first thing I got was the Sprint F filter. So there's a lot more airflow, and I got it because it was reusable, so you can clean it out and reuse it, which is really nice. Following that, I went ahead and got I got an exhaust. It is a Dominator exhaust made for the Streetfighter V4. I actually got that on eBay, and the reason why I got the Dominator over others was because of the price. The price was a lot less. I think it was around 900 bucks, which is still expensive. But compared to some of the other name brand exhaust, it was pretty affordable. Especially compared to like the Aprakovic. And yeah, the Aprakovic, there's some SC Racing, there's a whole bunch, Terminioni, Aero. Those are all like $4 to $5 grand exhaust systems. It's just insane. But I guess on a priced bike like this, you kind of have to expect stuff to be expensive for it, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I went ahead and I got the Dominator exhaust. Got it from eBay, and it comes from Poland. It's I guess they're made out of Poland or something, I don't know. But great exhaust. It's a nice little slip-on, just goes from the 2 to 1. So it's a single exit, kind of like a slip-on style, and it sounds amazing. I love it. I can't complain. I think it's a great exhaust system for the money, especially when you compare everything else that's out there. However, if you do get this exhaust, there is an exhaust servo on this bike. Basically, there's a little flap on the stock muffler that opens and closes, and you know, probably emissions or something, I don't know. But if you remove the stock exhaust muffler, you will throw an engine code. And the engine code is literally just exhaust flap or exhaust valve fault or whatever. So it's not like it's a critical engine fault, like you're not going to break the bike or anything. But it still throws it in. Still throws a pesky fault code. The way you fix it is you can do one of two things. You can either get a servo eliminator, which doesn't tune your bike to the correct like fueling and power and everything, but it does get rid of the fault code, disable the engine exhaust valve fault code or whatever that thing's called. So you can do that, or you can do what I did and you get the Terminioni T800 up map. And what that'll do is tune the engine, make sure the engine runs right. Kind of just makes the bike run better with the new freer flowing exhaust system, which is what I recommend. What it allows you to do basically plugs into the OBD port on the bike, which is underneath the seat, and it allows you to read engine codes. You can obviously remap your ECU. There's a whole bunch. It's a whole like an app-based thing. You can even run telematics, and if you find a place to hide it underneath your seat, you could run like it'll basically data log your entire like lap or whatever. However, I can't find any room under there, so I just leave it out. And whenever I need to plug it in, I'll plug it in. you buy your first one's free, but after that you pay for them. So if you wanted to buy like a whole bunch of exhaust tunes or engine tunes, you can. I found that the Aero exhaust tune works really well with the Dominator. That's what I have right now. I did buy the max torque version of it, and I can't really tell much of it. I swapped between the regular and the max torque, but I can't really tell much difference. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's how you, it's just as simple as that. You just press, you make sure the bike's connected and the T800 up map tool is connected to your phone, and then you just press go and it does a new engine tune for you. It's pretty crazy. You can check on things like your bike's exhaust temps, engine temps. It's like a diagnostic tool and engine programmer all in one. It's pretty nice. The performance mods, just an intake or the filter and exhaust and a tune. Outside of that, everything else is sort of just cosmetic. I do have some, I think it's Evotech. Or it could be something else. It's basically just some engine guards you can see down there, and all they do is, I guess, if you drop the bike, they kind of stick out. So just some engine protectors, but they don't stick out farther than the winglets. So they might protect a little bit, but they probably won't protect your winglets. Those are pretty expensive too. So you know, I think those are got like maybe $400 if I remember right. But I do kind of want to get carbon ones of one day eventually, but it's all expensive, so it's a work in progress. And then obviously I got the bar and mirrors. The stock ones go right here, and they're completely unusable. they don't adjust up and down. They just, like, you can basically just push them forward and backwards, and so as a result you can't see anything out of them, especially like when you're kind of just like going fast, because your head is down kind of, so it's like in front of the mirror. It's really weird. But yeah, these bar and mirrors are really nice. I like them. You get really good visibility, and they kind of add a cool little aesthetic appeal to them as well, you know. The other cosmetic mods I've done is a tail tidy kit from, I believe it was NYC. What I'll try to do as well is put a link to all the parts in my description, and maybe post a little picture of it in the video for you guys to see. But the NYC tail tidy kit, I have it set to the most visible version or setting, because you can also make it tucked up to where obviously you can't see it as well, for, you know, for reasons, you know. But I decided to be legal, try to get pulled over less, so I have it tucked to the where you can see it. But I have it set to where you can see it easily. And then I also have some carbon fiber engine case protectors. Well, I have one on one side. I have it on the alternator side. I need to find one for the clutch side, but I'm also kind of like considering doing a clear clutch case or a dry clutch case. I don't know. So I have to decide what I want to do there, and then I'll probably modify the clutch side later. And then little socks, whatever these are called. These I got them for free. I went and got an oil change at Ducati, and they were running a promotion, so they gave me these for free. Yeah, I spent like $500 too. I recommend doing your own oil changes if you have a Ducati. It's not that hard, and you save a lot of money. Oh Oh my god, the first thing the one thing I forgot to mention was I have a radiator and oil cooler guard as well. It's a little screen mesh, like metal plate thing that you put on the front, and it helps out a lot. Yeah, because it's basically just an exposed radiator fin. There's not even like plastic guard. It's just all out in the open. So I put that little mesh screen on it. I think that's an Evotech product, and yeah, it's I feel like that's a money well spent there. There's probably that's probably just a whole radiator coolant leak waiting to happen, you know. But according to the stuff that I have installed and the paperwork it came with, it should be making around 210 horsepower now, so a whole whopping 2 horsepower. But honestly, it didn't need that. It could probably do without. It doesn't need 208 horsepower, but it has it. So a whole 202 horsepower more. Probably more like I don't know if it actually does make that much more horsepower. I can't tell. I'll have to price everything out. I've been kind of doing little things here and there, so I don't really know a total of how much I spent on mods, but I think it would be less than $2,000, so probably around the $1,500 price. Nah, probably a little more than that, because I do remember the Terminione's $400 and exhaust is $1,000, so that's already $1,400. But I'd say less than $2,000, and that's all the parts I have. Too busy. I can't get any fun. Oh god, I love that bike. It sounds so good. But I think that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, it'd be super awesome if you liked the video. It'd be dope if y'all subscribe. But until next time, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.